One. How are you today? How is everybody on this beautiful, I want to say Tuesday, this beautiful Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. Who's going somewhere for the weekend? 'Cause y'all know Friday is what? 4th of July. Where y'all going? Where y'all going? Oh, what is this? Be the first in the leaderboard by showing your support. Try sending a live chat or a super chat. Those are the things I be seeing when I go in them live group chats. Hey Lisa, how are you doing today? I'm here on my lunch, and it had me thinking. I have somewhere to go after work per usual. And I don't think I'm going to make it. So I was like, okay, let me call somebody and see. What's up, Elevated? I'm staying and catching up on some well-needed sleep. Oh, I believe you. I need some sleep. I be staying up late. And then I know I have to be up 6 o'clock in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I be wanting to sleep. How are you doing, Elevated? I was thinking about, I was watching the news, and this coach, he was, I guess suspended. Hey, Faith. The coach was suspended for, I can't remember the words that they used, but the coach spanked one of the students literally on his behind. So obviously, he lost his job, and then he's begging for his job back. Like, he was literally, if you live in Georgia, you probably seen it. And he was begging. He was like, oh, I want my job back. And I was like, I understand that it does take a village to raise children. Lisa says, yikes. It takes a village to raise children. Like, literally, because I was literally thinking about that. Like, what if I don't get off of work on time so I can take my son to his appointment? And I'm like, ugh. I have one other person that I can call, but I'm like, and then my mom, she doesn't really drive. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get my village together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really need to, but then it's like, your village, like godparents and stuff, are they on the same board as you? Because I was watching the whole thing, and the coach really wants his job back. He loved he's a basketball coach. So he said the reason why he whipped, and I mean, this is high school, and when you watch the video, I should have had a link or something for you guys to watch. Hey, Rising, when you look at the video, ooh, it's getting hot in here. He was literally, he had a slipper. He went old school with it. He had a slipper in his hand. The boy was laid on the bed. And I think he kind of messed up because the boy was laid on the bed. And these days everybody think everything is what. And the boy was laying on the bed, his pants down, but his boxer was up. And the coach was literally, boom. And he was talking. You know how people used to do back in the day when you get a whooping? Back in the day, he talking and whooping this boy at the same time. So come to find out, the basketball player was in some other little young girl room. Y'all know how young folks is. What are you doing in a young girl room? Y'all supposed to be on basketball. I'm assuming it was a cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? So he in the room, coach find out. So coach was like, oh, I guess he said he was going to whoop him. I don't know. And when you look at the video, first of all, the child seemed unfazed. Like, he hitting him, but it wasn't like, when you upset and you angry and you whoop a child, there's a difference. And I was like, should he get his job back? Is the question. Should he get his job back for disciplining the student? And I'm like, I don't really even know what to say, because I definitely understand it does take a village to raise children, but you and your people have to be like on the same team, the same type of mind frame. Because I personally, I was like, he should get his job back, because I don't see what he did wrong. I feel like that's the problem with today. But then there's a lot of parents that be like, oh, I don't want nobody with my kids. Some people don't even want nobody to talk to their kids any type of way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, nope, coach was wrong in that situation. Okay, see, Elevated said coach was wrong. So, and this is my thing, like, when my son gets older, I want him to play sports, but then I'm like, I don't want my son to go spend the night. Like, if he has to go, like, you have basketball camp and all that stuff, I don't know how I personally would feel with my son away from me. Like, if his dad, uncle, or somebody is like, you gonna volunteer and be a part of it? Okay, cool. Hello, pre-retirement days. But I guess, I'm pretty sure y'all can probably find it on YouTube. I don't remember the coach name. But he literally he popped the ball with a slipper, like literally a bedroom slipper. And it wasn't out of anger. He literally just had it up in the air. Boom, he hit his butt one time. There was a conversation. I'm assuming he was asking him, why was you in the young lady room? Da 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 da. He had the shoe up again. Boom. Cause most people, if you're mad because you find out kids are not doing it, you gonna boom, boom, boom. Like, it's repetitive one after another. He was not doing that at all. So look, Elevator said, this ain't old school days. That's true, but I feel like that's why kids are acting the way they be acting. Cause like with my son, I can't remember what it was. Like, he was just not feeling, I don't know. He just wasn't feeling it at summer camp. And I'm like, what is going on with you, right? And these other kids and the kids in where my son attend to, the kids in summer camp is like, they start from 6 years old, go all the way to 12. And when I went to go get my son, these kids was like, oh, you need to whoop him. And I was like, what I need to whoop? I don't whoop my son at all. We take away TV. Like, there's different ways to discipline children without being physical. But then every now and then I'll be like, what if the TV, like, right now he's good, but the older kids get, I feel like, what if you taking away TV doesn't work? What do you do next? Like, what comes next after you take away the TV, you punish them? What do you guys do next? Hey, Caribbean girl, how are you? So I was like, and it just had my mind thinking, like, why do kids act the way they do now? Is it because parents are not disciplining like back then, like how they used to back in the day? Because I know I got whoopings, and I didn't get many whoopings at all, because I was like, I don't want no whooping. I don't want to feel that on my behind, so let me do what's right. And some kids just don't care. So I was like, and I'll be honest, I feel bad for Coach, because I don't think Coach, I'm good running your playlist today. Oh, thank you. I don't think Coach is going to get his job. I really, really, really believe parents can't discipline like they used to be able to. They can't. Well, they do have laws. Like, each state have their own law, because I personally know, because I work with children. In the state of Georgia, you cannot whoop your kids, but then you have to look at the definition of what it means to whoop. They got definitions now these days of what it is. I believe it is according to what state it is. But then I'm like, I don't understand that, because at the end of the day, if you're taking away the TV, you're doing everything as a parent that you can do. It's all subjective. I agree. Because there is a young lady, a parent at this school, and she don't play no games. When the school called and said, "Oh, such and such Johnny Smith been cutting up today," you know, at our school, there's no timeout. Like where I work at, you can't put no kid in timeout. You have to redirect. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really thinking like, what is the future holding, like literally for the kids today? I was a little salty. They had a talent show, but I was not able to go because my children were all asleep. And then I had to watch the kids that don't know how to behave. I was like, what in the world? Like, what the what? So it was one girl. It was this one little girl. She came in my classroom, and they was saying that she was not doing good in the talent show. The lights were off, and like whatever. So she had to come in my classroom. I know nothing about this little girl. I don't know, if she's on the spectrum, autism, I don't know what was going on with her. So I told her, come on in. My classroom is supposed to be like a sterile. You're supposed to wear stuff on your feet and stuff like that. Hey, Brandon. And then I was telling the little girl, she like in my classroom I work with babies, so all of a sudden she started jumping on one of the kids' the infant stuff, and I'm like, so nice. I said, no baby, no, Isabella, you can't do that. I need you to sit down because I don't want you to hurt one of them little kids. She looked at me, she sat down. 5 minutes later, she gets up and she started doing it again. So I redirect because that's what I'm supposed to do. I said, Isabella, no, honey, you cannot do that. I have small babies in here. You can hurt somebody. You're going to tear up my furniture that I didn't have in here for a long time. How about we come over here and do this? So I'm redirecting. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, when is her teacher coming? Because I didn't redirected this little girl about 6 times, and I don't want nobody to get hurt. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, hey, pretty heart conqueror, thank you for coming by. Kids feel entitled now, which will ultimately lead to them being in jail or prison. I definitely agree, because I tell my son all the time, he be telling me, oh, he don't want to do it. It doesn't matter if you do want to do something or don't do something. If somebody asks you to do it, whether you do want to or not, once they're asking you to hurt somebody or hurt yourself, we need to learn and follow directions. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, Jesus. Hey, Brandon, hello, welcome everybody that came in. Thank you for hitting the like button. And I was like, oh my gosh. Hey, Classic. And I'm like literally this young lady was in my class for 45 minutes. And I do understand she's young. She's 4 years old. But for you to be 4 years old and you cannot sit down and follow simple directions just to sit down, I mean, I didn't expect her to sit down the whole 45 minutes. But if somebody asking you, that's like you going to somebody's house and your parents tell you, don't jump on nobody's furniture, but yet you're jumping on your neighbor's furniture. Like, you have to start teaching your children at some point how to behave when you go out in public. I thank God all my kids know how to behave when we out in public. So I'm like, what are we gonna do? Because y'all don't, like, the government. Let me not go into the government. Hey, Classic. Okay, greetings. So if you can't whip your kids and discipline them like how you feel like they may need to be disciplined, what do you do? Because like Elevated said, like, eventually if you ain't listening to your own parents, how do you expect them to listen to anybody else? And then I was like, it's crazy, because then when law enforcement get involved, there's not a problem with law enforcement putting the hands on your child. Like, I really don't get it. And I was watching somebody's video last night, and she was talking about like the school system and like how most teachers they just there for a paycheck and they really not doing their job. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I can't remember who was saying that, but I was thinking, if I was a middle school and high school teacher, there's nothing that you can do. And I honestly, has from my experience, that sounds stupid. from my experience, I've always told my son's teacher, if he's not listening or he's not behaving, please communicate that with me. Please don't sit there and say, Tommy had a great day, and good and well, he did not have a good day. So I feel like it's all about communication. And I do know sometimes teachers communicate with parents and say, hey, such and such didn't have a good day, and maybe they don't do nothing. Maybe they do. How do you know what's going on at home? And I do understand parents, these days everybody got to work. Some parents have to work 2-3 jobs just to make ends meet, so they don't have that time to be at home to say, give that child what they actually need. It's really, really, really crazy to me to say, oh, teachers are just going to work just for a paycheck. I honestly don't believe that, but I guess it just depends on where you live. Oh, hold on. Well, I'm over here running my mouth. Okay. It depends where you live, I believe, because I know where I live, I've never met a teacher that not genuinely care. Maybe I've just been lucky. I can say they probably is. It's been instances where they say teachers are going to jail for some foolery, and I'm like, what? Sorry, y'all know I'm nosy. But I'm like, really? And it's really concerning to me, because the longer we're here on earth, what is going to happen? Like, how many of y'all can really think y'all can sit here and teach your child? Like, you could, like, if you have a child, you can stay at home and teach your child. Because I said I wanted to do that. Pretty Heart says, yeah, they are not lying, because a lot of teachers begin fed up with these students just doing whatever in their classrooms, and sometimes they get frustrated. Yes, I definitely agree with that. Because I've been to my son's school, like, to visit, or like sometimes they have some, like, a Valentine's Day party or whatever, and the parents can come, and I'll be looking, I'm like, is this child like this all the time? Or, like, is this really, like, what is really going on? What's really going on? And I tell my son, I tell him in a quick, in a heartbeat, just because you see Joshua kicking down chairs and acting a fool, don't you do that. Don't you dare give this teacher a hard time, because obviously she already have her hand with one. Don't you dare act a fool. If I always say, use your words. If you get mad and frustrated because you can't do something, or something didn't go your way, you better learn how to open your mouth and tell the teacher what's wrong. But even though the kids can be misbehaving, the teacher with them having the position that they had should still conduct themselves in a way not to put their hands on kids. Yes, so true. That is really true. I agree. Because the same thing with the coach. I think he really he went overboard. Because I was like, okay, if I'm a coach and I found out that one of the teammates was in the cheerleader's room, I would not have whooped him. I would definitely contact his parents. He would not be playing basketball tomorrow. He would not, So it all depends on the situation. So when Elevator was saying no, he shouldn't get his job back, I kind of, not the more I think about it, I said yeah, because it wasn't like he middle school, like this is high school. So he's at that age where you can actually have a conversation. There was no need. There was no need to put his hands or use an object to discipline him. That was definitely old school. And there's always alternatives. So I understand. I didn't even think about that when I first watched it. Because last night when I watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, he ain't gonna get his job back. I was like, oh snap. And when I said this man was balling, he was a balling. Like, he was crying tears and everything. And I believe the school is even named after him. Like, the gym name is after this same coach. And they're talking about this coach is good at what he does. He's won so many championships for this school. But I'm like, but still, like, he probably did that how many times to other students that you don't know about? Because this happened, I'm assuming it happened a while ago. It's just went out. It was just open to it's just not open to the public. So I was like, ooh, not open to the public, but it got leaked some way. I be telling my kids every day, I be telling my kids every day, don't be having no teachers call my house over some nonsense. Because if they do, you already know you are going to hear my mouth about it. If you do what you're supposed to do. Exactly. Because that's why I be telling my son. And it's like, I'm trying to teach him, don't do what everybody else do. Please don't. Please don't. Please. Because he was doing so good. And then I noticed lately, they was like, oh, and they asking me what's wrong with him. I said, I don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with him. But then I'm like, I noticed, like, there's some other kids, that, have certain problems, issues. They may be on the spectrum. And, other kids. But when other kids are in the classroom, I don't know if y'all understand what I'm trying to say. So when kids in the classroom, they observe, they see everything that's going on. So they may see Susie over here acting a buffoon, throwing crayons, colored pencils, and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest, like, where I work at, I don't think not all facilities are trained to handle kids with autism. Like, spectrum, and then you got kids that's on the spectrum, and then you just have kids that just don't listen. Champions, he shouldn't be doing what he did. Exactly. I was thinking, I was like, I was like, what that has anything to do with what he did? I was like, what he did. I understand that they probably want to keep him because of the championship, but at the end of the day, you want to get championships. you want to get championships, and this coach probably doing whatever he's doing to these children. It's mind-blowing. Laugh out loud, pretty. Yeah, you has to let them know what's up for real. But hey, I don't know if everybody doing that. Like, we don't know what's going in the other people's households. I'm not gonna even lie. I think some parents just can't handle, like some people want kids, and then when you have them, you don't know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? No child is perfect. Not all kids come out the same. Like, your first child might come out smart, brilliant, immaculate, come out like a genius. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, okay, I want to have another child. And then that child is not like that. Cause I'm not gonna lie. On Facebook, I'm on this a mommy group, and this lady literally said, "Stop lying." Hey, tall man, how are you today? This lady literally said, she don't know why the school keeps calling her to pick up her child. The school is calling you because your child is disrupting the classroom, and they telling you come pick up your child. And she was like, oh, I don't know, I'm at work, I don't know why they telling me to come pick. I'm like mind blown. I'm mind blown. Let's remember, they always say there's no book how to raise kids, but this is year 2025. There's always somebody telling you how to raise your child. You just got to figure out what works for your child. Thanks for the hearts, Tom and Nature's Beauty. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Run your live the other night. Oh, Tallman. I saw you, classic. She was in your live, Mr. Tallman. But it's just like, okay, there's no book on parenting back then, but trust me, they got them books out there. Best wishes, my dear. Yes, best wishes to Isabella parents, because I was like 45 minutes. She's 4 years old, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my head was about to blow off the rooftop. And I'm really good and patient with kids, but I think I personally was getting just nervous because, first of all, why do I have a 4-year-old with a newborn? This is not an at-home, let me babysit some kids for a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh my goodness, this little girl. And I'm like, I always see her mom in the hallway. I say good morning. I'm like, hey, little Isabella, how are you? And then I had my experience. Love your hairstyle. Thank you. Oh, it's time for this hairstyle to go out. That's why you guys could not. I was like, my hair is like, I would be taking it out on July 4th. So until July 4th, I'm gonna be hiding from y'all. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm pretty sure her mom didn't, and then didn't think that, you know, how many people have kids and you know what they're gonna turn out. You don't know if they're gonna have whatever going on. And I'm like, and then I'm trying to figure out, and this is another thing I'm trying to figure out. Why are so many children, please, hi all, please support each other. Oh, while I'm here, thank you for saying that. Anybody that needs help with your watch time, I did put in my community post, please put your YouTube anniversary month. I don't know if everybody know the month that they started, but if you put in a community post and throw in your playlist, I will go watch. I did start with, I've been watching your videos. Who else? I did Dr. Ninja Turtle. I started his. There's another young lady. So, you know, if you need to watch, let me say this correctly. If you are not monetized and you need help with your watch hours, go to my community post and say, hey, you know, I need help with watch time, or, you know, whatever. Me too, but I try to wing it, sister. Ooh. Cause I know there's a couple of people, like Tony said she was helping me, and I want to help other people with their watch time also. I just don't want to be, you know. I like you, but I like a lot of y'all, but I noticed I be watching the same people over and over again. And I was on, sorry, I didn't change the whole subject. I was watching Luciana last night, and she was asking people, okay, who's not monetized? When do you need to be monetized by? And I was like, okay, my date is October, but I'm really trying to get my time before October. And there was a lot of other people that trying to get monetized by October or before the end of the year. And I was like, what? And I said, I could be going supporting these other people. Tall man, when are you, what month are you? When are you trying to be monetized by? Pretty says, okay. Yeah, because I feel like no shade to anybody that is already monetized, but I want to help people that's not. we can, everybody can go over, watch your videos, and support you. And you know, the more people that you help with their watch time, there's nothing wrong with that. So I said, when I get off work, I usually just see who's live and I'll just jump on their live. So I said, you know what? Let me start hitting a couple of playlists. Tom Man, I'm assuming you don't know. You don't know Tom Man? Tony, you didn't teach him? You didn't teach him? I'm so full, y'all. Oh my gosh! Hey, Stardust. I was thinking about you yesterday. I was like, I need to go buy Stardust. It's been a while. Pretty says mine is May 25th. Oh, yours is May 25th. Okay. Did you just start it this year, Pretty? Tony, I want to lunch. I know you ain't talking about food. What you want, Tom Man? You want some, what's that thing that Tony always be talking about? She be making oil down? You want some oil down? Or you want your iguanas? Your iguana soup? Stardust, how are you doing today? How have you been? What have you been up to? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here digging in my bag. Being oh so. Cause your girl, I'm about to. That's why I was like, maybe it's time for me to retire. I love what I do, but it's like the older I get, I'm like, I'm looking at this child. You 8. I've been good. Not Tony. Stardust says, I've been good. Been doing a bit of travel, so I haven't been on much. Okay, Tony, how are you? And then Pretty Heart says, yes. I said, I need to reach. I want to retire, but I don't have the money to retire. And then I was telling one of my parents, what did she say? Oh, she was talking about having another baby. And I was like, ooh, no. Who about to have another baby? I said, I'm about to come borrow your daughter. I'm about to come to your house one weekend. And I'm about to borrow my girl. And we gonna hang out. And then I was like, but you know, working from home would be a lot easier, don't you think? And she said, no, working from home is not easy. I'm good, classic, uploading that video. I'll wait. Oh, you waited to the last minute to edit? Uh-oh. Let me get my life together. Because I feel like, oh my gosh, I can't go to the bathroom when I want to go to the bathroom. Like, some of these jobs just don't care. Like, literally, they don't care. Like, on Monday, I did not come to work because I was like, I took a detox and I was just flushing out my system, and I actually needed another day. I needed one more day, so I called my boss and I'm like, I can't come to work because, you know, TMI, I just got a lot of stuff. I took a detox. I can't come back. She's gonna be like, well, can you just come in the morning to the next person come? And I was like, y'all know good and well when somebody need to go to the bathroom, I can't run to the bathroom. I gotta sit here. Like, come on, I was like, do she know what a detox is? Like, do you know what a detox is? That means at any random time, your behind tell you gotta go sit on that toilet. And you want me to come to work for 2 hours, man, I might have to go to the restroom. I cannot run to the bathroom and leave them kids unsupervised. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, I'm so sorry, I cannot come. I'm over here trying, well, she's probably like, that's your fault. You over here trying to clean out your system. But I was like, ugh. I was like, no, I told this lady I cannot come to work because technically I got the running belly, and she telling me come for two and a half hours to the next. Man, what if I'm on my way coming to work and then I gotta run and go to the bathroom? I would be so embarrassed. Like, come on. Not y'all laughing at me. I'm like, come on. Like, are we for real? I'm telling you, I got a detox. My system got the thing. I cannot come this morning. She talking about coming for 2 hours. No, I'm so sorry. This is why I said, mm-mm. But then again, like, if I was at home, but I feel like working from home is easy because I've called people over the phone and I'll hear their children in the background. But I guess times has changed. pretty hard over here laughing. She said she's sorry. I'm like, I guess time maybe because this is not 2020 anymore. This is not 2021. This is not 2022. You not a good sister-in-law. I'm going to call Star Child and give my uh-oh, Tony. So I'm like, maybe they was making all these exemptions, but I did hear a lot of people that used to work from home are now having to go back into the office. It ain't no more working from home anything no more. I was like, oh man. Cause I know I've called customer service a couple of times and I be hearing kids in the background making all that noise, and I sit there, I just want to make sure I can get my money back. No. But it's real life, like for real. Like, can you just imagine? Like, can you just imagine? You over here detoxing flesh and you talking about I'm going to work. And I know my job, I cannot go to the bathroom as I freely want to. Like, you gotta ask permission. And I was like, and you wonder why some of these teachers don't give a two flips? Like, you think the teacher can just get up and go to the bathroom and be like, bye, y'all, I'm going to the bathroom. No, it's somebody got to watch them. Because y'all know kids. I mean, the kids that I work with, they just need supervision because they can't do nothing for themselves. But even the older kids, as soon as nobody is available, they gonna act a fool. I'm not gonna lie. Even with my own child, yesterday I got home, I was so tired. I put my head down, and I think I was on, was it Caribbean Girl? Caribbean Girl was live. I was watching her live, fell asleep. So I had a tripod. I had my tripod outside because I was recording the rain. Ooh, y'all. I'm going to have some nice soothing music for y'all to go to sleep to tonight. I was recording the rain and all that stuff. So I brought my phone in. And then I put Caribbean Girl back on her live. I closed my eyes for a couple of minutes. Talking about, and I'm literally right there in front of my son. I doze off. I wake up. My phone is not on the tripod. I'm looking around like, where's my tripod? I said, young man, I said, first of all, where's my phone and where's my tripod? Because literally, my phone was on the tripod sitting right in front of me while I'm sitting here trying to read these comments from the silent live that Pretty Tony likes to perform or have on. Man, I get up. I stepped on my phone because my phone is on the floor. Then I'm like, okay, I'm about to get myself together. I go, my tripod is standing on top of the bed. Why and who? Like, why? Like, my eyes was only closed for like 5 minutes. I'm like, why? You can't take it. Caribbean Girl says she don't know why you ain't getting no food. But let me refill my little water bottle. I'm so excited to have this, y'all. It's a lifesaver. I'm about to say, if I do it, nope. Let me. Ooh, nope. Showing. Y'all supposed to show this, not me. Got this car before I be late going back to work. Let me make sure I got my keys. Y'all have a beautiful day. The three, 4 people that is here. Oops, I'm over here hitting the wrong button. Get y'all one of these. Get you one of these. Get you one of these. When I say I filled this up with ice 6 o'clock this morning, y'all hear that? It's what, 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock. Still full of ice. I just refilled it with some water. Amazing. Amazing. Anywho, thank you for all that came. Thank you for your input. I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye, farewell. I will catch y'all later. Cause I'm trying to get my, I got 2022 2,200 hours. I got 2,000. I'm trying to get these hours, y'all. So I'm about to hit y'all with a real stream to help y'all go to bed tonight. Bye. Woo. Ooh.
You too.
Ooh. What did I do with my keys? What is that?
Is someone at the front?
Yeah.
Who's up there? I want to know if so can go to sleep or no.
Hey, Sophia. Excuse me, miss. What's your name? Pay me no mind. Is that JC?
Yeah.
JB?
Miss, where you from?
I thought that was the older guy. Oh, but
Well, you know he remakes a lot of songs. It could be from the 70s.
oh, sorry. This young lady want to know, should she lay so down?
Yes, you can. It's been over an hour. Yes, you can. It's been over an hour. You know when the babies just fall, you don't want to lay them right away. Her sister dropped it.
No. How dare she do such a thing?
Literally.